Alright guys, it's Friday. Not only is it Friday, it's also National Quesadilla Day. So naturally, I'm gonna make quesadillas, but that's not the part I'm gonna show you. The part I'm gonna show you is making tortillas for these quesadillas.
It's Some Guy Who Cooks, starring Brett Picorni. Featuring Brett Picorni. Guest stars on the show include Sal, Peppy, and the lovely Paula. Today's episode is brought to you by Brett Picorni.
So what do we need to make homemade tortillas? There are a lot of recipes out there. Some of them have a lot of ingredients. But the one I'm gonna do today only takes 4 things and it's gonna be quick. First up, we need some flour, about 4 cups of it. Then we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of oil, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and finally 1 1/3 cups of hot water. If you've got a KitchenAid, that's gonna make this go real quick. But me, I'm doing this the old-fashioned way, cranking it out by hand. I'm just gonna use the surface of my counter right here to make these tortillas. Before you do anything, make sure you fluff up your flour. You don't want it to be too compacted. When you fluff it up, air it out like this, it gives you a nice, airy, fluffy flour. It's gonna give you a better product in the end. Next thing we wanna do is get our 4 cups of flour. Just use all-purpose, guys. We're gonna ploop them down, but gently, because we don't want this going everywhere. Then I'll start looking like Scarface. Speak of the devil. Bloop. That's 1 cup down. 2nd cup coming. Bloop. Bloop. And 1 final. Bloop. All right, we've got our flour covered here. Rather, we've got me covered here. Next step, go ahead and toss in your salt. Use a fork or a whisk to go ahead and get this salt nice and mixed with all of this flour. You can do this part in a bowl if you like. I just prefer working directly on the surface. But look at that, the flour is nice and fluffy. It's not all compact and stuff. That's gonna make it a lot easier to work with too. All right, that out of the way. I'm gonna grab my dough scraper and just kind of bring this stuff all together here into one big well. I'm doing this similar to how you would do pasta. I'm gonna be doing a well in the center where I'm gonna add my wet ingredients and then just bring it all together, mix it all around. If I need to add more flour as I'm going, I can do that because this doesn't want to be a sticky dough. It needs to be more of a Play-Doh consistency. First things first, we're gonna add our hot water. We need 1 1/3 cups, okay? So here's 1 cup right in the center of that well. And it's coming out. Ah, let's make it some more space here. Oh, dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to work with this. Come back here, water. All right, guys, something goes wrong every now and then. Don't worry about it. I'll just add a little bit of water to make up for that. Let's make that well a little taller here. We'll go ahead and add our olive oil now. And we want another 1/3 of a cup of water, plus another drop for what we lost. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just start bringing this in together. I'm gonna mix it around in the beginning, right in the middle here. I really kind of want it to come here instead of doing that. Crap, 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 crap. Okay, here we go. No, you don't. This is why it's a good idea to do it in a bowl. But that's okay, it's still coming together nice. And I caught it in time. I didn't lose any of that other stuff. Go ahead and just bring all this outside moisture back into the middle. And don't worry, I did wash my hands. I actually wash my hands very regularly. You just don't see it because it takes up extra time and I don't feel like it's necessary to show you my hands getting washed in all the shots. I got dough fingers. Just keep kneading this stuff as you go. I'm gonna use the bench scraper here to get everything back to the middle. Now we're already on the surface here. I'm gonna start kneading this, and as I do, I'm gonna keep bringing those extra bits of flour and dough that are around the outside into the ball here. This is about the texture we want. It's about the texture of Play-Doh, not sticky. And now we're just gonna knead it until it gets smooth. All right, and we have a nice, smooth ball of tortilla dough. Bloop. Next step, we're gonna cut this up into 12 separate pieces. Paula, I'm bringing you back. Alright guys, these aren't completely even, but that's okay. We're making tortillas. They can be the same shape, but all different sizes. So I'm just gonna roll each of these back into a ball shape before we press them on my tortilla press. This recipe is for 8-inch tortillas, not 6-inch tortillas like my press. So we might run into a little bit of trouble there, but we'll see how it goes. All right, they're all rolled out. They're ready to go. Now we got our tortilla press here. It's just a big piece of cast iron that plonks down and press it on down. First one's up. It's all you, little buddy. All right. And look at that. Nice little tortilla. I want to give it another press because it's not quite as flat as we want it to be. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you can give it an extra little tug here if you want, but that looks good. Working with dough is no joke, you guys. It's a bit of a workout. Anyway, I got the pan heating up here. I got my dough right here. We're gonna start throwing these tortillas in as soon as it's nice and hot. Cast iron's usually best for this, and we want to keep our pan dry. We're not frying these tortillas, we're cooking them. All right, our pan is feeling pretty hot. Let's go ahead and throw the first one in here, okay? Well, that was lackluster. By the way, guys, just a reminder, I am using a hot plate, not a stove. Stoves work a lot better with stuff like this than hot plates do. The hot plate's great and all, and is what I've been using for most of my cooks, but it can't really replace a stove. That being said, it's done an all right job so far. All right, let's see what this underside looks like. I'm gonna give it a little flip. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. I mean, that's looking really good, but it's obviously a little too thick. So I grabbed my rolling pin and while they cook, I'm gonna roll out the next one to be a little more thin. In the meantime, go Gators. You wanna kind of store these in a towel, okay? There we go. We have our first hot tortilla, guys, and looks pretty good. Looks like a tortilla, just thicker. All right, this next one, let's go ahead and roll it out a bit. All right, this one's a lot more thin. Popping it on down. While that goes, moving on to the next one. I don't have a ton of experience making tortillas. I just know that they're awesome. So it's always a little bit of trial and error when I make them. But once you get through the first one or two, smooth sailing. Oh yeah, this guy's good. While that's going, I'd like to try this first one to see how it is. This is gonna be a very bready one, probably closer to a pita. It's great. I mean, it's plain tortilla, but it's great. Buffalo Ranch Distraction! That's good. I cannot wait to turn one of these into a quesadilla. In the meantime, here we go. Anyway, you guys get it. Got a few more to go. I'm gonna go make a quesadilla once these are done, but thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and to share this video with your friends. Honestly, making tortillas, really simple, really quick, and they are so good. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, you don't have to be a professional chef to do this stuff after all. I'm just some guy who cooks.